Welcome to the new studio. Taking the Credit episode number 80.
Wow, it's 80? This is appropriate, having a nice new space.
I agree. It feels good. This has been a week of renovation in here. I mean, it didn't take a week, but I mean, yeah. Yeah, was it before our podcast last week? No, Sunday is when we went around to thrift stores and everything, right? So last week, there was a decision, and the decision was to get a smaller table for our podcast table because it was just simply taking up way too much room. And so we went around to thrift stores in town only to find that all
the tables were more expensive than normal tables. Pretty much. Like buying them just like straight out of a store, it was more expensive.
Yeah.
And they were bad. They weren't even good tables.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad tables. They upcharged the crap out of their tables at the thrift stores around here. And just kind of like a general feeling of confusion around like, what do we, like, I didn't really even know what I wanted. That was my idea to go out looking for a smaller table, but then looking around I was like, I don't really even know what I'm looking for. And so, we found that tables out and about were extremely expensive, not necessarily worth it. And then we just came up with the decision to eliminate the table altogether. Got an actual keyboard stand for the keyboard, which is over here, and a bench for it, which is appropriate, and there's room for it, and it's not on the table like we talked about. And okay, so we did talk about it, or at least I talked about it in the last episode, that I wanted to put this plan in motion, because I was talking about how the keyboard was like on the table, just out of the shot of the camera, but now it's set up and soupy apropy. It's got a nice stand, the bench, it's good.
And you labeled the keys, so now I can play Lion King on it.
Labeled the keys, yeah, things are good, and I kind of want to, and by I want to, I mean I'm going to.
Open it?
Just a little bit. Just a little bit there. It's like it's an art installment. It's its own piece. Now there's just the...
What if we hang a plant from the ceiling, like right in the middle?
That's okay. They can see your plant. It's a little dark over there, but yeah.
My little plant.
I've still got some stuff to figure out in terms of the lighting and everything, just because we kind of like shifted everything. That'd be cool if it wasn't. Then you wouldn't have to worry about it.
Oh no, it's real. But it's so thick. The snake boys.
That's Jurassic Park quality. I wonder if they'll hear the King of the Hill in the background, but...
Is it bothering you? Do you want to turn it down a little bit?
I'm not going to.
Can you hear it in your headphones?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can hear a little bit?
Okay, it's not actually getting picked up, so...
It's not bad.
It's okay.
That's fine, and if it does, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, whatever. We've gotten so many of our videos...
flagged.
Yeah, flagged for Backstreet Boys 80? Or whatever else, so... Yeah, we got Jude on the floor here. Kirsten picked up a really nice rug for our feet down here.
I'm gonna send you the picture so you can add it to the the video if you want. Is that no? You don't. Okay,
no, you can.
Sorry,
I'm just kidding.
So you can get like a glimpse into everything.
But we'll probably. I mean, again, I might end up changing the camera angle for future episodes. Like it is kind of weird that you guys can just see my bare knees, but
I know. But look at how precious.
Oh my God. Yeah. See, that is a probe.
Kill me.
Me first. But
that's so nice.
Yeah, so anyway, redid the space, got these dope chairs online because chairs at thrift stores are also too expensive.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the inspiration. One of the places we went to
had a really cool like wooden chair. Like it was super cool, like carved.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the dressers that I've been looking at Anthropologie, like super fancy, like sturdy wooden, and they have like the designs in them, like all fancy. And then you're like chairs. And I found these.
There was that one chair at the place that was like the circle, the big circle. Yeah, I mean, ridiculous.
If you get that new and like a nice version, like they're pretty expensive.
I believe it.
But that
But
was
also,
like
it would have taken up like this whole
I know.
wall.
But these chairs are good. I mean, like I feel like I have no choice but to kind of sit up straight in them.
Yeah, I like it. It's nice.
You could sit here and read.
But yeah, so we got these dope chairs.
And a nice rug. I was like, I'm gonna go look at rugs. And I really I love Urban Outfitters and Anthropology and Free People. And I always look at Urban Outfitters as like home stuff. Same with Anthropology. I know that they have really cool rugs. So like in my mind, I'm like, this is what rugs look like. Like I was showing you some of them, like they're really cool. And then you said, go buy a rug. And I was like, yes, I'm going to go get a rug. And then all of the rugs, sorry, I was like, I'm going to go get a rug.
Like, yeah.
But yeah, all of the rugs are so bad. Like they're so like blah. And my mom was trying to explain like they're supposed to be kind of like abstract-y looking to not like take away like from everything else. And well, we only went to Hobby Lobby, the at-home store. And then we also went to Kohl's. Sorry. Sorry. But it was Kohl's. But at the at-home store, that was where I really determined like these rugs are so blah, like this is awful. But then there was a furry one and I was like, wow, this is nice. And I took a picture of it and I sent it to you. My mom like loved it. And the funny thing is like they had this rug, but small versions and then like real big versions. And there was one, this was the last one, at least that was out on the floor, like this size, which was perfect for this room. And,
probably 8x6.
5x8.
5x8. Close.
Yeah. But yeah, I took the picture, sent it to you. Didn't have great service. And then as like we had already walked out the door, I looked at my phone and it was like, that's enough cowhide and furry things.
Yeah. And I messaged you 1 minute after you sent it to me. So I replied to you right instantly, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, whatever. It feels nice. Good on the feet. It's just a plain,
pure white, like furry rug that you would get from a department store, Kohl's or wherever. Yeah.
And Jude clearly loves it.
This is so cute. So you guys can probably kind of see like my fancy blanket draped around me here, and it's on the floor, and Jude is like curled up on it like a little pillow. Her little baby head. She's sleeping on it.
She loves it. I mean, she had her podcast spot before, which was just up against the wall.
Yeah, but now this is like podcast floor.
Now she can just lays
comfortably. It's so cute.
It is cute. And she's like,
she just wants to be near us.
There goes her eyeball.
Oh.
But she's struggling to stay awake right now, just like our audience.
Just waiting.
And our wife.
Are we boring?
My wife. No.
Our wife?
Yeah, our wife. Sister wife. No, just because you yawned.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I get it. It's also late. Later on a Friday.
But we just found out, so this was like your week off. You really didn't have anything going on because it's between jobs. But now you have tomorrow off because they're still waiting on background check, which takes a while.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like they told me it'd be like 7 to 10 days. Business days. Yeah. So, I mean, it is what it is, but one step closer to the edge.
Yeah,
and I'm
but now
about to break.
Yeah,
so.
It's not ready though. So now you have tomorrow off.
Yeah.
And Sunday and Monday.
Yeah.
So it's like an even
extended vacation.
And okay, sorry, this is super random, but my brother sent me a message about flight, like traveling if you get the vaccine or whatever.
It is random, yeah.
So we are going to Hawaii in May. And that like triggered something like, okay, so they're opening up, like they want to let people travel more, but you have to have your vaccine or whatever. It's not necessary, but like you can travel like overseas and like further, like whatever. They're welcoming people if you're vaccinated. So I was like, Hawaii.
Aloha.
Yeah. And I Googled it. So I went to the Kauai. Sorry, I have to say Kauai because that's how I said it for the longest time. But they now have the same setup as all of the other islands. Like exclusively they had their own 3-day quarantine bubble. Like they wouldn't let anyone else, if you travel there, you have to stay. Yep. And Hawaii, because it's funny when my coworkers was like, I'm going to Hawaii. And I was like, oh, you're going to go quarantine for 3 days? And she's like, oh no. Like all the other islands, you just basically have to test negative and then you can go. And so now Kauai is open. So like you can technically go if you test negative and not have to quarantine like the rest of the islands, which is super exciting because that means now that we have like 9 days of whatever
Freedom.
we want to do. Yeah.
Even though we were totally fine with the idea of staying in the hotel for a
It's
few
nice
days.
though. Yeah. It's just more time to hang out. And like the hotel is a Marriott. We like Marriott, like the one in Las Vegas that we go to on occasion, like super nice, resorty. It's going to be good.
It's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
Yeah.
And, already looking for time off.
Yeah. But
even though I'm in time off.
Yeah.
Currently.
And sorry. And that's what triggered that was because you've been like on vacation. I got super excited when I saw that today.
Yeah.
That's starting April 5th though. Like imagine planning a vacation like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th through like whatever. And like knowing that you're so close to like not having to quarantine,
right.
You know what I mean? And then like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. They already planned it though.
Yeah.
Whatever. It'll be fun and we'll enjoy it. And I've been enjoying this week. I haven't done much of anything. There's been times where I've felt like purposeless.
Yeah, you have a hard time. Like I was telling my mom yesterday, she's like, how's Eli's like little home vacation going? And you have a hard time just sitting there and like watching TV or something.
Yeah.
Like I can sit and zone out forever. Like I will look on Pinterest, I save dumb things, and like you're like, I have to do more cardio. I have to work out. I can't just sit here. I can't sleep.
Yeah, no. I like to be doing something. Even like if we're hanging out watching a show that I like, after like one episode, maybe 2 episodes, I'm ready to do something else. And maybe it's an attention thing, but I don't know. I'm just like not doing anything. So I used to be way better at it, but
yeah,
it is what it is. Even even playing video games, which I don't like to do by myself. Like I only really like to play video games with other people. So even if I'm doing that by myself, I'm like, I get bored of that, but it's still like there's an objective usually.
Yeah.
And I'm doing something. So even though I'm still sitting on the couch, not really doing anything, it feels like I'm doing more. I don't know. But it's been good.
Yeah, but you haven't been thinking about work, right? Like you've been pretty much kind of just...
Yeah, no. And there's no work really to think about. I worked today, but that's, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was easy enough and at home. So...
Yeah. And you did this room. Like this is a pretty big accomplishment, I would say.
I like it in here.
Out.
It is very nice.
It's a usable room now. Like before, if anyone else wanted to come sit in here, it's very cluttered.
And you would see an old, and like any of the previous intros, essentially both of us would like have to squeeze around the table to get into our rickety chairs, which went away very quickly.
Yeah, you can tell that story. I was about to, but you were like...
Yeah, well, we decided to just put the table and chairs out in front of our house near the street instead of taking it anywhere, and people came and picked them up pretty quick, within a day. Yeah, it was all gone.
I know. So. I said, we'll put it. I mentioned bringing it to like one of the ARC or something like that.
Yeah,
and you were kind of like, they're not going to pay us to carry it.
Yeah, I was like, they're not paying us to load it into the truck and drive it over there. So.
And I said, give it 3 days. If it's not gone in 3 days, we will take it. But yeah, the table came real quick. People were here like the next morning picking stuff up.
Yeah.
And then while we were walking Jude that day, someone came and grabbed the chairs.
Yep. Easy peasy. Yeah.
R.I.P.
That was good, but yeah, we had no use. It was a functional table, but it also like rocked back and forth.
Yeah. It was a big clunky table.
Yeah. And like you fold the sides down to flaps, which essentially make it unusable unless you sat on either side of it. So, yeah.
I could picture like if we didn't use this as a podcast room, like one of those cool like epoxy tables with the thing. You know, like the wooden with the stuff, like a smaller one would fit in here and we could have dinners in here. but we don't do that.
No.
We did that like when I lived in Broomfield. We had a couple dinners at the table a few times.
Yeah.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah.
But now it just doesn't matter.
Really, in Superior, we did quite a bit.
Yeah.
When you lived there.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, your couch was jank, and I don't even remember there being a
Smelled
TV.
like cat pee.
Yeah.
Dog pee. Everything was pee.
Total upgrade.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking that today when I was just in our bedroom and like we did a deep clean. Was it last weekend? Was it on Saturday or Sunday? I mean, not a deep clean because obviously this windowsill is very dirty.
I know,
but we didn't clean
this room. I was just looking at that as like a place to set my cup, but I also I don't want to do that. No, I don't think it's a good idea.
It's fine.
Just please don't.
I will not. Okay, fine. I'll hold it. Yeah. Sorry. But I've got a spot over here and just move this and we're good.
Yeah.
But kind of deep cleaned, and I think we talked about this last week, like did some cleaning and everything. And I'm like looking at all the things in our room and I'm like, this feels good. Like I like what we have, and I like how, organizing the living room a little bit, and this room in here now feels good. Like everything feels neat.
Yeah. It's better. It's definitely better now. We have all sorts of just the room in general. There's
oh my gosh.
Space.
Oh, God.
So, yeah. Episode 80. Welcome to ARF.
ARF.
We've got our own.
You said that when I opened that lamp earlier. Welcome to ARF.
Yeah. It's because that thing looks like it's from outer space.
It's cool, right? It's like an iridescent, but it's got like a geometric shape. What is that? Like a pentagon or something?
Beyond.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But it's cool.
Also
it's
3D,
see-through.
So.
I need to get like a more gentle light to put in there because it's kind of intense. And I noticed that the glass like it's heated up a little bit.
Yeah. And that's a good idea.
That's nice. But we'll be moving that lamp eventually. So, right?
To where though? We don't know.
I don't know.
Just too much stuff.
Kyle's room. It's funny because we bought the lamp, the one that I feel like a lot of people have it, but it's just like a square, and it's got the 4 posts, but the top is like the lantern,
like the
kinda,
shelf,
and then like 2 shelves or whatever.
Shelves.
Tall, just like narrow lamp, and that ended up in the basement. But that one just felt kind of weird because that was by the door for a while in the living room.
Well, we make a habit of getting things that collect junk.
We get things that collect junk. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yeah, like if there's a shelf, then it just stuff ends up on it.
Junk.
So
yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, remember I said
that thing from my mom has like a bunch of random Christmas lights and stuff in it.
Oh, well, let's get rid of it. That was my fault, probably.
I mean, I didn't put Christmas lights on it.
Yeah. I was actually thinking maybe some Christmas lights in here, but then I was like, no.
Christmas lights are trashy. Yeah.
We're over that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But these are okay around the fireplace, are they not? I like them.
Yeah, they're okay. I mean, I would want them nowhere else.
Yeah,
but they're
nowhere
fine
else.
there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but like putting them up on the walls and stuff, we don't need that anymore. We did that,
and it was fine for a while. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We had them around our bed. We've got one of the what are they called? Beds.
Canopy.
Yep. And then you smacked them, and then they weren't working. So
that's right.
But that was fine too. But I think it definitely I feel like that's a phase.
It got caught in the fan.
They got caught in the fan.
Yeah. Because they were all like dangly loose or whatever, and I think I was like folding clothes.
Dangly loose.
Yeah, I think I hit them when I was folding clothes or taking a sweatshirt off, and then it like wrapped around a fan blade, and anyway.
But I have like a weird obsession with lights, though. I really like lights and lamps and things. Yeah. I remember I told you
5 lights on.
Yeah, but yours are functional. Mine just sit there. But I mean, they work. But there was a lamp. Remember, I was telling you about it from Anthropology, where it's like a little fox. It was like the base. I'll find it and I'll show it to you. And he was like looking up, and there's a lampshade, so it's definitely a bit more bulky. But there's like a little butterfly up at the top, so it's like the fox is looking at, and the fox looks more like a dog. So I was like, oh, it's little John. And there was nothing wrong with my payment. And then Anthropology canceled it. It was like back ordered or something, and they sent me an email, but no like respond to this email or whatever. Like there was no solution, so I just let it go.
Yeah,
and
good.
That's fine because we got nice lamps now. Let me find it. I'll show you.
Literally nowhere else to put a lamp anymore. So
I know, but that would have been the one that I would have gotten to put in the bedroom because I put this one out here, and then I got that other one. But that was before I knew that we were putting a lamp out here eventually. So
yeah, well, we didn't even need to move that one out of the bedroom, to be quite frank.
Okay. I was cleaning and reorganizing. I wanted to give it a different feel, like obviously because I put our nice furry blankets over the chairs, block out the ugly orange color and the dark scrappy blanket I had over that chair over there. This one over here is very yellow. I had stacked up blankets on that, and I have a problem with blankets too, but I put one that's more neutral, so I neutralized the colors. And then I moved the little thing over here so that way it's out of the way. I know that this corner of the room gets kind of dark because there's just the one lamp and then the Christmas lights around the fireplace. So the reason I brought that out here was because I knew that I wanted a different lamp for the bedroom because this one gives off kind of like an orangey gold glow. And I knew that would make sense out here because it's kind of just like a comfortable, relaxed feeling. Where in the room, I want it not to be that color. I want it to be
daylight
more
balanced.
Yeah, because we have a lot of gold accents in there, so I don't need like that much gold. So there's a lot of thought that goes into this. It's not like I'm just moving things to make room so I can get more things. You know what I mean?
Well, I wish you would have said willy-nilly, but that's okay.
I'm not just moving things and buying things willy-nilly.
Nice.
Because like I want to. I have a whole thing in my head, like I picture things. So do you take back your rude remarks now about my lamps and stuff?
It wasn't rude.
I know, but do you get it now though? Like you see it, right? Like you understand. I took the black and brown and white big ass cowhide out there and put in the little white one, a neutral color to try and
Yeah. I should just take like a video tour of the house so you guys know what we're talking about. But
yeah, I took pictures so that way next time they're like, we're doing a virtual walkthrough. I don't have to clean or anything.
Yeah. Yeah. And this all worked out well. Originally tried putting that mirror back over here and then taking this picture down, but it all just seemed
this is fine, yeah.
Yeah. And now I have the globe of destiny, which you can't really see anymore, but
good girl, John.
Everything's good. I'm pleased with the space. And so that's a solid 22 on talking about the renovations, but it's been good. We went to the flower bin, like you said, this plant over here. Went to and I totally expected that to take way longer, but it didn't.
I knew what I wanted though. I knew what I wanted.
I like that.
And these are like very, like they don't need much, but they'll grow. Like this one over there, like remember looking at some of the bigger ones where the leaves kind of have like the holes in them and they're kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like if we repot that soon and let it kind of grow, you're only supposed to pot it in like 2-inch bigger pots at a time or something. So like that one, it might need a little bit bigger. And then eventually we could put it in the white vase, but that one can get huge. Like we can have like a huge plant.
I can't be the one to do it though, because I have a history of destroying plants.
Like the wedding tree that died. the orange one. I call it the wedding tree. It's like the orange plant that I got. It was like $100 and then like it died.
Rose thing or whatever?
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but it's like natural in Florida. So of course it was kind of screwed.
Yeah, no chance. Especially because
I repotted
left me to take care of it or whatever. And I was like...
Did I go somewhere? Did I go on vacation or something?
Probably with your mom, I think.
For like a weekend, and you killed it in that weekend?
I mean, I'm sure I had something to do with it. I'm not good at dealing with plants, especially when there's no firm instructions. But
I didn't know what I was doing either. But that's why these ones will be good. Like these ones, very low maintenance.
And I will have nothing to do with their care.
No.
So that's
nice.
That's that. Yeah. So good stuff. And Friday night.
It's Friday night.
And a much better week. We certainly don't have any tragedy to discuss this week, which is refreshing.
No tragedy.
And I've got the scissor arms back out here to hold the mic, so I don't have to Dinkle Dinkle. Oh, yeah. You showed me that.
Yeah. Precious. But big. It's clunky. You've got the
Looks
lamp
like
shade.
something you'd buy at a thrift store.
Oh, yep. Yep. Sorry.
Or, garage sale.
There you go.
A fancy garage sale.
Fancy, yeah. That's an expensive lamp, so I would hope whoever's selling it sells it for expensive if it was at a garage sale. But my mom said it's quiet at work and she's excited for tomorrow.
Yes. What time is that? Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Oh.
Just kidding. We're getting
Keep it a
nails
secret.
done at 3:30. But see, we always go to Lux in Lafayette.
Yes.
And they used to do a really good job. Courtney and I were talking about this, and they've started kind of slacking.
Ooh.
Like they have some people there that are really rude, and I understand. Like some people are a little more finicky about their nails, which is probably my mom. So sorry, mom, but she doesn't like the Dremel. Like they have like tools to take off the old nail polish. And the last time we went there was a guy doing it that wasn't actually like he wasn't a part of our appointment. Like when I booked it, like there were 2 specific names, and he was just helping to get that started. But she was like, ow, like he was like drilling like into her nail, and she like made it clear instead of just like sucking it up, which is what I normally do. And he like just dropped his tool, got up and left and found someone else to do it. And I'm like, that's so sloppy and rude. Like if you can't listen to them, that like the people that you're helping, and like if you're hurting them, like how impatient are you? Like that was really rude to me. I was glad when someone else eventually came instead of him. But they seem more and more to care less. Like after we've gone there for a couple of years now, they just don't seem like their level has stayed the same. Like it seems like it's kind of gone downhill. So I booked some appointments at a place in Denver, which is
what's it
super
called?
fancy, Mainstream Nails.
Main Street Nails.
MNSTRM, Mainstream Nails.
Mainstream. Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds fancy.
Denver, so it's kind of far. It's like an hour drive.
Yeah.
But worth it, I'm hoping. And like they basically set up the appointments. They need deposits too, which to me that's like a good thing. I would assume like they do a good job.
It's like a tattoo.
Yeah, but they base like what you're getting done off of like how much you are willing to pay for the nails. But they have like different packages and things, and that's the thing. I was trying to book online, but it was very confusing. But I booked over a month ago for a weekend, and they were only available like over a month later.
Yeah,
so I'm
it took a
assuming that's a
while.
good thing. Yeah.
Took a while, but hey, it's the time is now. So I know that you've been looking at some designs. Did you find one that you're like pretty set on?
I've been taking screenshots. There's like 20 of them. I need to pick. There's some really fun ones that like I like, but I don't know if they will have the time. But let me show you.
Okay. And just so the audience knows, I
See?
first got on my phone so I could, oh yeah, that's right.
Those are cool.
Those are cool.
But
I
if
like
they
that.
can't do that, which looks like a lot of work, like some ombre red ones, like look at that. That's cool, right?
Those look like you could get them anywhere.
Okay, well if you can get them anywhere, then how about
I
something
like those first ones.
like that?
Yeah, those are cool. Yeah.
Or like
it
that.
seems like a really like fancy pants place. Ooh, our finger jewelry just throws me away too.
No, their
off.
fingers
It
are
looks
all
like,
wrinkly looking.
yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Like, no disrespect, but you know, some people have like
I've always liked ones
wrinkly
like
necks
that.
like that.
Omelette du Fromage.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Anyway,
excited.
that'll be cool.
Good.
That was also something that I brought up the other day. It was getting more tattoo.
Fromage.
And then I didn't do anything or follow through with any of that. But that's
I'm ready
okay.
for hand tats. I was thinking about it.
This one. Extending this tattoo.
Hand tats. Hand tats.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. And like sometimes you see, I mean, you can hear and listen and read about people with their biggest regrets, like as adults, you know what I mean? Like, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I didn't do this.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are like, do it. Like, do it. And
Yeah.
to me, it's like, all right, get the hand tats. Or if anything, get something, because both of my arm tattoos, they cut off a little ways away from the wrist. And I feel like it would look more like an arm sleeve if I had like
something there.
Yeah, like both of them. Like there's a gap. Right. And that's, to me, not a full sleeve. Like, fill that in.
Yeah.
I still have a deposit, like, with this. And that's been over a year.
Yeah, and a gift card
yeah.
for another place.
Yeah.
That you've had over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I got this one, I originally wanted it to be further up. But, like, the design, the way he had already made it, it just landed there. And I was like, whatever. But I understand that. I mean, I can't really, like, even if I'm wearing a button-down shirt, long sleeve shirt, that part still hangs out, but I also don't care, and nobody else cares. That's another thing. I think there's just so much of us, like, overthinking what it is, you know? It's just a tattoo, and people don't really care anymore because everybody has them. Or not most everybody, people. But most people have them. I have a dolphin right here, for crying out loud. Or for crying silently.
There goes the John.
Bye, John.
Sorry, I had nothing to say but your reaction. Okay. I was just waiting to see what you would do if I was like...
Yeah, I think the headphones are pretty decently loud, so I can, like, hear the crackling in your mouth and you, like, smile. It's got, like, the... Definitely that. You know what I realized, and shout out to anyone who still listens to this after, but, like, since we switched to these microphones, if we swallow close to the microphone, it is
Did
like...
you hear that?
No.
How about this?
But earlier I heard you. I probably just did it just now. Yeah.
Do you hear it out of my throat or out of my mouth?
Probably
when you gulp, I hear it in your throat. It's like a...
Yeah. I mean, that's just... I think it's probably because I'm so jacked. Just, ugh. Yeah, that was bad. That was like a Magic School Bus episode, and I was in your throat when that happened, but there's just so many muscles constricting my throat that it has to work extra hard just to swallow, and then it makes extra noise. Because it's my body fighting against my body. I feel kind of bad too when I'm wearing like headphones that have like the like earbuds that have the speaky part over here. Okay, that's enough. Because like the headphone bit dangles here, the microphone piece dangles around this area when you have the earbuds with the microphone in it, which is what I use for like video calls and stuff on the computer. But then when I swallow, it's like floating right next to my throat. So I imagine people get a whole earful of that Magic School Bus. No more. Because like I have to like, I'm starting with this episode, I'm going to research and see if there's a way that I can like cut out all of that.
I mean, if you can hear that, you can hear King of the Hill.
No, that's not true, because it's right in the mic. But also that is still loud, and I can hear it.
I can always turn it down, or you can turn it down if you want. Do you want to turn it down?
Nope, you can though.
I'll just gulp loudly into here.
No, that's what I'm afraid of, because I do all the editing.
Look, they can see my feet now.
Yeah, and God. Now pervs around the world can do what they wish with that screenshot.
And they won't.
Well, you don't know our fans. Neither do I.
I have really long toes. Maybe we should do a whole episode around my feet.
Ew. What? How would we talk about your feet for a whole episode?
We'll blur it out. So kind of like those sites.
That's a good call, actually.
And then... Nice. So blur it out and then offer the money, but make the blur real big. You won't even have to, because that's just the size of my feet.
Those Peggy Hills?
I mean, to be fair, Peggy Hill has size like 16, 16, 17 feet. And so like I'm a couple sizes smaller than that.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. But yes.
But they're big. But I don't have cankles, so praise the Lord for that.
Praise the Lord. So I can see a reflection in the window over there of what's on TV. And I know it's that commercial where they talk about the home security system, where the girl's like, And when I walk into this room, my dad knows. It's like,
Creepy.
So weird.
My dad is watching.
And we'll get alerts if anybody is moving in the house.
Weird.
Yeah.
Ew.
Overboard.
If anyone's moving in the house,
I mean, that's something. Yeah.
That's where my mind goes to if you're moving.
You're moving? That's what you think of from the word moving?
I'm not like that. But if it's like my dad knows when I'm blah, blah, blah. Like if they are like any movement. So like say you're sleeping at night and all of a sudden you're aggressively moving. The flags are going up. Everyone's like
the horizontal mambo.
Yeah. So clearly like that to me is like movement. It's not like that's my first thought, but like you're resting, aggressive movement. Like that's.
I mean, certainly not about her sleeping. She was just like...
Her dad knows.
Because he's the one moving aggressively. Wow. Yeah.
I thought for sure I'd be able to sit with my legs crossed this whole episode, but then they started hurting, so now they're down here. I feel like this is going to make me feel self-conscious. Like in outfits before, like I had a table cutting me off like at here.
The table didn't go up to here.
Pretty much though. And now it's just all open and out there.
Well, we talked about that too. I mean, we can bring the camera in.
I know. And we
do it from...
But this is like the 80 episode, the new setup. Like everyone's got to see what we're doing.
And that's where the camera always sat before.
Yeah.
So it's in the same spot. But
we're further apart now.
Yeah. And we're right up against the wall. So now it won't look as good cinematically. And I understand that. I know that. Because before I had the table pulled out so that it would purposefully blur bokeh effect. Blur the background. But now it's all detailed. So I could just do this with a cheap camcorder and you guys wouldn't know the difference. But whatever, Whatever.
My nails were really bad after the last couple times of going to Lux. Like they destroyed my nails. And like I've been taking the collagen stuff like every day, multiple times. And now like they're like, look at how long. They've gotten pretty long. This one broke earlier, but they're like super sturdy.
That's nice. I've been taking them too. Look at my nails.
Well, you cut them.
Yeah, they need to be cut again.
But I always give you collagen, whether it's in the smoothies or like whatever,
my
the water,
bedtime
the coffee.
Drinks.
Yep, I'm putting collagen in there. I don't know if there's too much. Is there too much collagen? Like, can you take too much?
Probably not. I mean, it's probably too much alcohol, but collagen, maybe not.
I wonder if this is a shutty rug. But we don't, I mean, like, realistically.
I realized downstairs that these socks grab everything.
Okay.
So, I mean, it does look like the contents of this rug, but...
Probably Jude hair, because she's got a lot of, like, light hair. Her light hair shows up.
What do I do with this?
Just drop it on the rug.
But that's part of the problem.
No, but it's just white. Oh, it feels so good on the feet. I'm so glad that you accepted this rug.
Yeah.
It was like $120.
I accept this rug into my life. I submit to the rug.
That's so nice. I laid on it and Jude laid on it. She's not here anymore.
Yeah, she's moved on to bigger, bedder things.
Oh, did she go to bed?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm sure, like, are you going to play some games tonight, maybe?
Of course.
Nice. So
Nick and I are going to game hard.
Yeah. I'm excited to sit in the bedroom with my lamp, and I'm probably going to watch, like, Scream 2 and Scream 3, maybe. I don't know. It's funny because, like, last year, I remember around, like, fall, Christmas time, I was having a hard time watching it, but I realized that when I was watching it, like, every weekend, it was during the summer. Because it's not like a fall movie, because they're like dressed in summer clothes. Like the killing and stuff all happen in the movie, like in the summertime. So to me, it's like my brain is like, oh,
but
it's more creepy.
School?
Yeah.
So not in the summer?
Spring.
End of the school year. Oh,
sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that adds up.
Yeah, I have like more fun watching that movie when it's warm outside.
Well, Yeah, it's been really nice today weather-wise, and it'll be, well, from my understanding, I guess I'm not Chief Meteorologist Keith Thompson, but
I can tell you.
yeah, tell me, please.
I got some sun today. I sat out there for like 10 minutes, though, and I was like tired, and I was like...
Originally, when I woke up today, I thought that there was,
It's
if my
61 right
background,
now.
nice, if my background check had gone through, I would have started training for my new job tomorrow morning.
The high tomorrow, this weekend, tomorrow and Sunday.
I'm going to throw that
fine.
away
I don't
after
care.
this. I just want to let the people know that I'm not a monster. But, yeah, I was going to be training tomorrow morning, which would have changed everything for tonight. I certainly wouldn't be doing this right now if I had to work.
But this is good because if we don't end up doing this tomorrow...
And we've done it today.
We should get my mom to podcast tomorrow if she does come over.
If she wants to, yeah.
I feel like she might spend the night, maybe.
Well, she can.
Yeah.
And I can just set up... I don't really know how I would do it. Maybe we would just do it on the couch.
But this weekend the high is 79. Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be warm.
Yeah. I realized...
We should go to Waterworld this year. If they're open.
COVID world. Yesterday when I went out for the Rolf appointment, I realized that I might not actually be ready for the heat. Because you know me, I'm not really a hot boy. So I was out just driving not far, but I was like...
But you're going to be working in an old people place, which means it's going to be very cold.
It's not that cold there.
They're going to keep them nice.
No, because, I can't generalize anything, but elderly people are usually cold, so they like to have the heat warmer. Because circulation isn't as good.
But the facility likes to keep it cold.
No.
They want to keep the old people on ice.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't. But here's the thing, is like ever since we got that little air conditioning unit thing in the bedroom, like at least you sleep way better. Like at least you can sleep at night. Like the first 2 years here, I feel like it was horrible. Like we did not sleep. It was so hot. Like we had the fan on, the windows were open. It was awful. But that was a good investment. How much was that? Like $250 or something?
Probably. Yeah.
Somewhere around there. And like
window blower.
I think it was more close to 400.
I think you're right.
About that, like 450 or something.
Right. But still.
But it was an investment.
To sleep every night.
Yeah. And it works. And we turned it on. It's also a really good like noise because we need like the white noise and it's good. I've been getting warm. Like I've been throwing this blanket on bed. It's going to come off soon because I've been getting warm at night.
Yeah, but we also have the down blanket still on there, right?
Yes, but yeah, we could just use like the velvety one. But the down one is really comfy. Like that one's so squishy.
It's hard to dump it down because.
But this is a nice soft one too. I imagine during the summer, like just using something like this.
That on the couch today. It was. I don't think we should keep it there, but I'm just saying, like when I was sleeping.
This is my. Do you want to know how much this was?
No.
Okay.
But just laying on the couch with that wrapped up in it, I was very comfy. I took a lot of short naps today.
Such a cool blanket. Can I show the people? Can I hold it up to like the...
Yeah, they can...
Now that I can...
But also, show the people. Perfect. Wow. Can you believe it? And if you can believe it, then you can achieve it.
It's a little darker, I guess.
Yeah, just keep it in that light, the big light next to you. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's still showing up pretty dark.
Yeah, well, but the other side is...
The light is balanced for our skin tones, so...
It's very good. Very Asian-y. Son of a bitch. Sorry.
Oh. Ooh.
Weird timing.
Look at that. I went into the darkness.
Sorry.
All right. Hang on. And entertain the people.
Oh, that's so much pressure.
It's not that much pressure. It's what we do every week.
We finished Schitt's Creek. Did we talk about that?
I don't think so.
That was a good show. All of my work people watched it, and I like get angry at my work people sometimes, so I didn't want to watch it. And then I did watch it. Speaking of work, did I talk about how angry I was about work and like how much I like hated it and it was the worst? Yeah, because I was like, I'm gonna go do something different. Screw you people. But the payout's actually way better now. Everything's working out. It's very good. So maybe I don't have to do anything different for now after all. I don't know what else. I'm like zoning out real hard here. I don't know what to talk about.
What are you zoning out on?
I'm just trying to think of something. Like, what did we do this week? What was something fun? I don't know. This week felt like... I know, but this week felt like vacation for me because you were on vacation. So I definitely had a hard time concentrating. But the nice thing about this week, and one of my coworkers brought it up, is that Easter is Sunday, and I want to do some sort of Easter festivities, like, I don't know, something, maybe roll some eggs or color some eggs tomorrow. But
well, if all else fails, we're invited to Jake's house.
Yay, thanks, Jake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been really slow this week. It was quiet, work-wise. So to me, it felt like a vacation, kind of.
Yeah, it's been good. I got to walk the pup again.
Wow, that was nice.
That has been nice. A little bit of normalcy some more. I didn't have to bill units anymore for Medicaid, which is...
Didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. and work till 8 p.m.
Right. Even though I still woke up early, mostly because of the John. She's been getting very persistent.
Oh.
Even like if I'm like, go back to bed, she'll go lay down, and then like 5 minutes later she comes back out. And
it was this week or last week when she got up, and I thought it was like earlier than it was, and I thought like, I thought she was like sick or something, so I took her outside, and then I looked at the time in the kitchen, and I was like...
She was playing tricks.
But like I heard her sitting there, and I heard her like lay down, and I was like, oh, she's fine, but then she would like make little noises. She's like a little subtle alarm clock, like...
Yep. She's got her routine, and now it's her routine.
Yeah. See, like when it was just me, and like when I lived in Broomfield, I could wake up and like take her out and like go back to sleep, or I could wake up and she would be like, take me out, and I'd be like, go to bed, and she would sleep for like another 2 hours.
Yeah,
like she always listened to me. She would just
sleep. Listen, but she just, I mean, and granted, I've had to get up, or I mean, I'm with this new job, I'm gonna have to get up early again,
so it's whatever
too. So yeah, I mean, I'm
excited for that, going to bed early and then like waking up.
I'm not
late. We will go to bed early. We'll go to bed at like 9 o'clock.
I mean, waking up late, I'm
waking up late. Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, when I met you, you would go to sleep at like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Latest.
Yeah.
And then you would wake up super early, like 4 a.m.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
which
with
I'll
this
probably
new job,
have to do again because I'm supposed to be at work at 7:30. So.
Yeah, but you take forever to do things in the morning.
But I work out.
I know, but you take forever to work out.
Yeah, because I'm asleep.
Yeah, we'll work out in the evenings then with me. We used to do that.
Yeah, it's a waste of day.
Okay. Well, anyways, I'm just trying to say we will go to sleep. We'll start going to sleep earlier so that you can wake up earlier easily instead of feeling tired.
Yeah.
ZzzQuil. I should have brought that up when I went to go visit the doctor. I take ZzzQuil every day. Is that bad?
I tried to be a test subject for them, but they didn't reply with anything useful.
No.
Hang on. Okay, yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. This is good.
Which one is that?
It's Long Island.
Ooh. That's fine. We're almost done. So just like 10 more minutes.
I know, but
do you want me to turn the light on?
On a charger. Oh, no.
Ooh, no.
Because the light is that. Oh, what is that?
I just got these today. They're fucking
nice. Mojito?
Give it to that bad boy.
Oh,
he's on
nice.
vacation.
Shout out to Nick, Shirtless Nick. You guys remember him from a lot of early early episodes of Taking the Credit, and also episode number 77.
77?
77. All right, well, I'll just live the rest of this episode in the dark because
Here.
that's the way it's got to be. Yeah, thanks, babe. Improvise. Yeah, that's the only downfall to this. I mean, that's the nice piece
Can I
about
get you
having
a
continuous
nicer new light? Like, are there other lights out there that don't struggle with this?
No,
Like,
it's
can
just
we-
a battery. I mean, it's because
down.
it's because it has to charge. I mean, that one would never dim, and I do have another one like that, but it just takes up so much space. And you guys can see there's a large umbrella in the reflection here. That is the light, which used to live on this side of the room, and you would never see it. But now that is where my keyboard is, which is how I'd like to have
Let
it.
her
I mean,
jump
this
up
one
now.
is
She wants to kiss
chubby.
You got to kiss your papa now.
Oh. She said, it smells like pork chops.
Wow.
And look at yourself in the mirror.
Oh.
Do a couple of turns, and now she's on the ground.
On the rug. Yeah.
Area rug. Area 51.
Ear.
Ear. The Spanish episode. Well,
The one where,
episodes.
yeah.
But where he has his Mexican
Yeah.
wife. Oh, so awesome.
Good show.
Yeah. Trailer Park Boys. Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of King of the Hill lately. And that's
We
good
have.
too. So funny.
As
so
a
funny.
household, we've been.
Enjoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh,
kind of
boy.
funny to think that, like, the first gift
Yeah.
that I got you
King
was
of the
like
Hill.
King of the Hill seasons. Just
I
because
have it.
I knew you
It's somewhere.
liked it.
It's in the boxes out there. But it's funny because like you got me DVDs.
Yeah.
Think about that was like 6 years ago or whatever, close to 6 years ago or more. How long have we been together?
I don't know.
Since
That sounds good
2015.
enough. Yeah.
6 years pretty much. But anyways, yeah, you got DVDs for me. Like
Yeah,
just
box.
6 years ago.
Our season set. Which ones? Like
You got me season 1 through 5
5
pretty much,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
The best ones though. The early ones are really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Weird to think that was, I guess, what I thought would be a good gift. But hey, that was what I knew about you.
Yeah.
And we were together for like 3 months or something at that point.
Yeah.
So-
You got me some markers too.
Yeah,
For coloring.
art stuff, art related stuff, which then you stopped doing art.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it's been good. And watching, well,
Good job.
I've been tuning into a lot of podcasts, which usually is something that I have to do when I'm like driving around, but it's been kind of nice to just watch or listen to them during the day now.
Yeah. I like the one that you've been watching is all right.
Yeah, it is.
We'll have to download a bunch of podcast episodes so that way when we travel to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's
We have
just for the
something.
flight, but also
I know. It's funny because I never realized that and like I guess it doesn't matter really because this was before, but Crystalia, when I would like download those podcasts and listen to them when I was traveling for work. That was awesome because I had something to listen to. And there was a time I went to Chicago like over a year ago. That was in like February or whatever, January. And I downloaded those and my flight got delayed.
Big swallow.
Huh?
Big swallow. Sorry.
Now you know what I suffer through every morning when you're sitting next to
Yeah,
me
no, I
drinking
get
your
it.
smoothies
It's-
and everything.
Well, also, can I air out a grievance here?
Sure.
Okay. So Kirsten hates when I chew on ice. And I don't want to chew on ice.
But my
But-
smoothies have too much ice in them.
Yeah, there's always a bunch of ice chunks left. So like what am I supposed
I'm trying to make a
to do with
smoothie,
that?
not a banana liquid drink.
No, but I put ice in mine too. But
Yeah.
it doesn't end up with ice chunks. But what do you want me to do with them?
I'm going to start doing the crushed ice then.
Okay. But I'm asking you, what should I do?
Spit them out.
To where?
Just the floor.
What?
It's ice.
I mean, there are definitely times where I will take my smoothie into the kitchen and spit them into the sink, but like, I don't want to have to do that either.
I mean, like, it's just been this last week because normally, like, we're not hanging out in the mornings because usually, like, are working or go, and I'm like working. Like, I wake up at 9 and work at 9, so it doesn't happen very often when I have to listen to it. So really, it's not a big problem.
Yeah,
it's not a big problem. But this week,
but
it's
even
been
when I
annoying.
make my smoothies, and before I would leave for work, I would come into the bedroom and sit on the other side of the bedroom to have my smoothie or drink water or whatever normal activity.
No, but is that so wrong? That's what all the normal married couples do. They all eat and drink away from each other.
Is that right?
It's not
Thank
wrong.
you for dinner, by the way. That was really good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
The best thing about HelloFresh is I feel like the meals are really good, but I learn things. So like when it was like chicken with some chive sauce or something like that. And
Sauce.
it had mustard. Like you put some of
Sauce.
that in there. And then today I saw like the ingredients were so simple today. And there was honey mustard dressing, like vinaigrette or something.
So
and it
good.
wanted just that, butter and water. And like it's like minimal butter, minimal water. So it's pretty much like honey mustard dressing. And I tasted it and I was like, ew. Added some salt, added some pepper, added some dill, put in some heavy cream, added more butter, like mixed it all up, heated it up so it got a little more thick. So good. But see,
Yeah,
I
it's
learned
really
that
good.
from like one of those other recipes. So I feel like I'm learning from it.
Well, it
Like I never
pays
would have
off
guessed.
taste-wise.
Yeah. And one of my favorite actual, probably very obvious, biggest takeaways is like the hot sauce with some like sour cream and mayonnaise. Mix that up, add some water, and like put that like as a drizzle on top of stuff. So good.
Yeah,
Wouldn't
cereal,
think of it.
Oatmeal. Pudding.
Pudding.
Yeah, pudding. No, it is. I mean, it's been fantastic. And we've been choosing healthier options. However, we also had Domino's this week.
I ate an entire thin crust pizza, the medium size.
Yeah, and I was 2 slices short of having
I
a
ate
normal crust medium-sized pizza to myself in one sitting.
That's all right. We've been doing really well though. I feel like overall pretty well. I have a new green smoothie I found on Pinterest,
Yeah,
but good
that's
for
been
lunch.
nice.
Like a handful
Also, natural
or two.
grocery.
Don't go there.
Don't
Okay.
go there.
So like 2 handfuls of spinach and then a cup of water. I've been putting in ice cubes because I had it like warm. Like I think I accidentally put in warm water. So it was so gross. Like 1 cup of cold water, a couple ice cubes. And then you blend that first. And then you cut up an apple, put the apple in there. And then you put a banana. And then like it called the recipe, whatever this lady called for a whole lemon squeeze. I do half a lemon. And then I've been putting the collagen matcha.
Nice.
And today, to make it a little less bitter, I put like a splash of orange juice.
And I love you?
No orange juice.
No orange juice,
That's fine.
please. I actually
That's fine.
think it tasted worse. Maybe because it was confusing with the lemon and the orange or something.
Could be.
But
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
But I mean, like without it,
was
it's still good.
It was still
Yeah.
totally consumable. But
Trying
yeah.
to not, will you get me one of those like juicer thing, like the lemon, like you pretty much clamp the lemon, it squeezes all the juice out.
Yes.
It's like a round.
Like a handheld tool?
Yeah, like
do we have one?
I don't know.
Hey, Nick.
Don't wake the John. We'll ask him later. But it's like a circular thing, and then
feel
it's
like we
got
have
like a
one.
tong. So like it
I know what
opens
you're-
and then
I
it
know
just.
what you're talking about. I feel like
You're gonna upset the John if you do that. Just
nothing upsets the John. See, it's even her name, and she's still
gonna
not
be
upset.
Like, you're gonna call and she's gonna be like, "What?" And he's gonna come in here and she's gonna be like, "Woof woof."
It's Juicy Couture.
It's fine. We probably have one. I've definitely seen like a glass jar. We have that with the top where you pretty much
Oh,
grind it
yeah.
in there. So that's what
Yeah.
you're thinking about. So that.
Yeah, I guess I know for sure we have that, but for whatever reason, I thought that and then when you had asked that earlier, I was thinking of my mom had this Jack LaLanne, like large juicer thing.
Yeah,
and
you
I
got
was
rid
like,
of that, right?
probably. But also, like, way
Don't
too
need-
much counter space. Speaking of counter
Anyone-
space, that cutting board, Kirsten asked for a new cutting board, a larger cutting board. So I was like, all right, I'm
I
going to get
thought
the
you were
largest
talking
cutting board
about
I can get.
the things that occupy.
So I got the largest cutting board I could find, and it is way big. It's like a coffee table with no legs. It's impressive. But yeah, I guess, you know, I don't know if there's something to say about like having free time or feeling happy or relaxed. I don't know. I definitely made more purchases in this past week. A lot of them were practical, in my opinion, to make this room functional, like the chairs and the piano, the keyboard stand, and the bench for the keyboard, and an extension cord surge protector, or an extended cord surge protector, to make everything fit in this room appropriately. But yeah, definitely spent more money in this last week than I have in a while. Not that it's been a lot. Also, we haven't received our stimulus checks yet.
They mailed them on March 30th, so we should either get them tomorrow or hopefully early next week, just depending on how quick it was sent. But same with like the refund, right? Like we got the state, which I took because like, yay me. But then like the rest of it, that's almost $7,000. Or sorry, maybe not that much. Sorry, I take it back. I'm lying. I just don't want to share that.
Well, it's...
Erase it. Take it away.
I mean, it's whatever. I guess hopefully it all goes through and there's not like issues with it, but it's probably, you know, obvious to people who are listening that in the past year I had started a business, and with claiming business expenses on your tax returns, that comes with some refund benefits, but also I was in college, which that comes with huge tax benefits, and my first paycheck at the job that I recently left, the whole paycheck went into taxes. So
yeah,
it was a lot of me.
I heard that Biden wants to erase, it was like $10,000 of student loans debt.
Yeah.
And now 50 they're like working on. That would wipe out all my student loans. That would be,
I mean, good, you know, like, yeah, why not do that when they bail out companies for billions of dollars?
yeah.
Like,
But I wonder, like, and not to say like it's not going to happen, but like, and not to say it will happen, but if it did, like, how would you get that figured in? Like, how would you like go about doing, like, is it just automatic, like the
I'm sure, well, a lot of it probably is automatic, because when
they put it on
when
hold,
Trump
it was automatic.
froze everything, yeah, it was automatic.
Yeah,
Like, we
good
didn't
for
have to
him.
do
That was
anything
nice.
extra. Yeah, and necessary. But, and I don't know, maybe they were still gaining capital interest or something, but
No, all the interest. Because I remember reading, like, now's the best time to pay if you can, because there is no interest. It was all frozen. And I was like, woo, an extra however much, you know, in my bank account, not paying. I probably should have been paying. But now knowing
Yeah.
that, like, if they are willing actually to refund it, or like not refund it, but like wipe it out, that would be pretty cool.
I was kind of holding out for this for a long time.
Yeah.
And even going back into school, when I went back for my master's degree, they don't make you pay student loans when you're in school.
No.
So they like freeze, not necessarily freeze it. There's still interest gained,
Sure.
but like there's no expectation for you to pay it,
Yeah.
which is like cool. If I wait this out long enough, maybe someday these will get covered. And it seems like we're in that process of action being taken to work towards getting at least some of that removed, which would be a huge relief
I
for
would
a
take
lot of
10
people.
grand. I'll take 10 grand. Even
Can you
50
imagine
grand.
our credit, like our credit score?
Like, woo.
What would happen to that if we didn't? Yeah, if we suddenly had $100,000 less between us, student debt.
That would be so nice. And I mean, like, long haul, like it feels like any time that I was paying, the interest was just like balancing it out. Like, I felt like I was for a couple of years paying like a couple $100 a month, but like it would
Yeah.
still be like 49 grand.
For
I'm
sure.
like, what the heck? Like I did forbearance once or twice, I think, back a couple of like years ago, like when I wasn't as financially comfortable. And like that was awful. It was pretty much just like racking up more. And even when I could pay again, it was just like, well, I'm balancing like the whole thing out. So this makes no sense. But
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how it seems to be set up.
But doesn't it disappear after a while, like 20 years or something?
And that's
like
what
that?
our neighbor said. It's like we've got a married couple who live next to us, and the wife was like, yeah, I just paid off my student loans. And then they got nice cars.
Yeah.
And then he was like, yeah, and mine just got canceled because I didn't pay them for long enough. Or not, maybe not didn't pay them, but like had them
for long enough.
It's like 25 years or something, and then they just dissolve or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I would have like another 10, 15 years probably to go.
Yeah, don't take that as any
Advice.
sort of legitimate advice or information, but
Yeah.
yeah. If they cut it out like that, if they cut it down significantly, that would make it so much easier.
I just thought of something. Like sitting here normally when we podcast, and sorry to completely change the subject.
That's okay.
I get really tired. Like when we would sit down here at the table and I'd be like, wow, I'm tired already before
You did
we
yawn
began.
4 minutes in.
But to be fair, it was probably because I was just trying to breathe because I was talking a lot. Like talking because I noticed like sometimes like I need to catch my breath because I'll keep going. But I'm not tired sitting here. Like I feel fine. Like I feel comfortable. I don't feel like, oh God, here I'm sitting, I'm tired.
And it's much later in the day
Yeah.
than we would normally be. Yeah. Is it the
This is
chair?
nice. Maybe. Like I'm comfortable. I really liked sitting here cross-legged, but I realized that I can't do that for an hour. So like stretching is good, but Jude was here so precious and I had to just hold it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But no, this is great. Like I feel like I'm just sitting having a conversation, like a lot better than what felt like a task.
Yeah.
Like sitting at a table.
I like that we're a little more angled toward each other as well, so we don't have to like
Not like I was talking about. That was like a reference.
It was
to
a callback to the movement. I get it. Yeah.
Ew.
Well, our audio listeners only think that it was perverted.
Yeah, you're trying to pet the dog. She's laying on the rug. It's so comfy. She loves it so much. She's like, anywhere I can lay where it's soft.
Well, finally, she's got like a legitimate spot in the podcast room.
Before, I think this was the other night before we got the chairs, when this mirror was in that corner and we gave her I'm not even gonna spell it because she can spell it, but the chomp 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 frozen in the freezer. And I gave it to her and she was doing her laps around, we give her these frozen treats and she walks around the living room, the bedroom. Yeah, she's fine.
Sleeping.
It's not a trigger word though, not compared to the B word. But
bitch.
And she had it in her mouth and she could never really walk into this room, and she came over here and looked at herself in the mirror with it in her mouth. And normally she'll do that a couple of seconds, she looks at herself and keeps going, but she kind of trotted this way and then this way and was just looking at herself, checking herself out in the mirror
she's
with it in her mouth. Is so funny.
Little Krabby Patty.
Yeah, she sat in the chair, she jumped up here, and that to me is good. I mean, she's
not a lot of space for her.
I know.
Boompa, as my mom would say.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Love you, Mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, she likes to look. I mean, I saw her earlier, walk past that mirror and check herself out. Oh, that's me.
I know. And okay, the reason, and I hope you're understanding this emphasis, but normally she looks and she'll keep going.
Mm-hmm.
But the other day she was literally trotting around a little to look at herself in different angles with the thing in her mouth.
She's very advanced intellectually, and I wonder then she must recognize a physical difference between her and us.
Yeah.
So but then she also appreciates our appreciation for her. So it's almost like she knows her role, Jabroni.
Jabroni.
And I see the belly.
Yeah,
So
she's like a little fat piggy on the floor.
when I see the belly, I get happy.
Yeah, she's so fat.
Yeah, it's good.
We can wrap this up soon if you want, because it's been over an hour, and I would love to watch some movie.
Yeah,
or
that's
TV
fair. And to your point about not necessarily feeling tired, I feel good. Like I don't feel like we have to
there's
end this,
no
or we've
pressure.
like reached a limit,
Right.
and now we're like, oh, hang on, now
I know
it's
we
over
could
an
keep
hour.
talking.
Yeah,
If
but
you
at
want.
the same time, yeah, I'm fine with that. And if we plan to do another one tomorrow,
That'd be fun. We should do it with my mom though. Like give her a couple drinks. Maybe she'll spend the night and get her to talk.
yeah, we can do that. So why don't we just wrap it up now, and then I'll play video games with Nick, and we'll move our noche along.
Yeah, that sounds fine. What time is it? 9:13.
Is it?
9:13.
Ugh.
Did you think it was earlier?
Maybe, but also I know that I was working until at least 7:45
yeah.
or whatever. So
Yeah, not bad. And we jumped into it because it's been like an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm glad we made dinner earlier. That was nice.
yeah, and pretty solid setup station.
Yeah, this is
kind of
nice.
figured it out, or at least much closer to figuring it out. So
Spin the
Yeah.
globe.
this one's not as nice as that one, but this one costs more than that one.
How much? What's the difference?
I don't know, maybe $15 or
We
something.
should
But
just get one of these. Also spin the globe.
spin the globe, but they can't see the globe, and especially since it's dark over here,
Don't spin
they
the
really
globe.
can't see. I mean, I'll spin the globe, but I did
Oh,
spin it earlier.
I
There you go.
don't.
Anyway, cool. Well, episode 80. Thanks for joining us in our new studio, and yeah, I mean, tell people about it or something, you know?
Eli will pop his shirt off.
I
He'll do it in his underwear
no.
without socks
Yeah,
on.
it'd be cool though. Like spread it or whatever if
I'll
you
shave
like
my
it.
head.
You know, don't keep it for yourself. National treasure, Nick Cage. You can also share it. So feel free to do that, and keep checking us out. And
Keep
if
keeping.
you like the YouTube version of it, cool. If you want to listen to the audio version of it, that's always
Did you hear that
available.
gulp?
No.
Can I have a sip?
Yeah. The audio version of it is always available
Such
and
a
accessible. So, yeah, whichever way you want. If you do,
Did you hear that?
no. Check it out on iTunes or
YouTube.
wherever else, and
iTunes.
rate and review or subscribe.
Spotify,
Like it, share it.
Facebook.
Calls to action, yada, 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 yada. Help us grow
Eli
this thing.
will
That would be
take
cool.
his shirt off.
We've got this new studio, so help us out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Episode 80. I guess you gotta stop that.
You have to stop that. What do you want?
No, just like none of that.
Why can't I mean like I feel like it's good though when I do the do.
It's not good. That's why people unsubscribe from our podcast.
Who doesn't like Christmas?
Everybody who's not Christian. That's not true. Shouldn't generalize. I don't know. I don't like your jingle bell jingle outside
rude.
of the Christmas season.
Please comment and tell us if you want the jingle bells. It would make
Yeah.
my entire life if I heard someone say, do the jingle bells when
Yeah.
you're ending.
But also, I kind of manage the YouTube side of things, so if you comment it, I'll just delete it.
You would tell me, and I would do it
Yeah,
every
you're right.
time.
I would. Yeah, I would tell her. So, anyway, yeah. If you have any requests or anything, holler at us. I don't know. I know last week I said maybe Mux, and then this week
Relaxation.
I
No
know
one
it was
blames you.
relaxation. I had like kind of tentatively planned for this last weekend to meet up with them, and then I reached out to him, and he was like, and I was like, no pressure, so maybe no Mux, but that's okay. Just check out episode 9 and get our first episode with them in. Otherwise, maybe we'll have Kirsten's mom on. It would be really fun to do this with my dad too. Anyway, whatever. Thanks, guys. See you next time.
credit.